Hello everyone, LRon here with part 24 of my Dark Souls 1 NGN guide. So I guess at the end of the previous video I kind of forgot that there's one more thing we're planning to do before we go back and restock at the bonfire. We're going to go down into a secret cellar and get Havel's set. Now we haven't actually fought Havel. Havel is kind of in the Undead Burg area. You could actually fight him around the time that you would fight the Taurus demon. He's a hard-hitting, tanky guy that has a very defensible set. It's also extremely heavy. Like, ungodly heavy. Like, put all of your points in endurance and you'll still need Havel's ring to use it. Heavy. So this guy is going to be a mimic. And generally speaking, you can use my videos to know ahead of time which of these chests are going to be mimics and which are not. So instead of blindly stabbing... Oh yeah, I totally should have died here, but I didn't. I had a pixel, and that was enough. But yeah, it's advantageous to actually just use a fireball on the ones that you know about. And because you're watching this, you'll know about pretty much all of them. So... you don't necessarily need to test the waters on all these chests because I'm testing the waters, and if you're kind of following along and taking notes on which are mimics and which are not, then you can get all of the wonderful full blast preemptive strikes instead of just, you know, little Baldur side sword scratches. So now that we got all of Havel's goodies except for his ring, if you want his ring, you're going to have to actually kill Havel himself. We're going to come back to this bonfire and get our pyromancies restocked. So, I don't know why, but for some reason I'm trying to bother with backstabbing. Backstabbing is kind of pointless here in 1. It's a lot more feasible of a tactic in 2. And I guess that's probably why I'm trying to do it, because I'm still in a 2 mindset. But in any case, we're going to now come up these stairs, and both of the chests up here are going to be mimics. Although I'm not sure if I get into that before or after my death. I think I split it. I think I do this mimic now and then another mimic after my death. I don't think these mimics up here end up being interesting, so if you don't like fighting the mimics in general, you may consider skipping it. Although every mimic has a chance of dropping a special helmet. So this is where my folly was. There's a Silver Knight pursuing me right behind me. I didn't check my blind spots, and there he is. And I'm basically not being conservative enough with my stamina, so I couldn't keep myself in a good situation. Lack of discipline. So, 2 things could have kept me alive there. 1, not being in that situation by actually checking my blind spots. And 2, being smarter about when I stabbed and when I kept my shield up. And probably 3, not bothering trying to Erlenmeyer in that situation. I probably should have went for a killing blow instead. And so now, because we're on a corpse run, I'm just going to use the pyromancy, because pyromancy is the safest. And so now we've got retrieval. Then I think this room's ended up being completely worthless. And so Now we're going to take care of that other mimic. So as I was saying before, one mimic per game, and you have no way of knowing which one it's going to be. Will drop a helmet that kind of looks like, a mimic's head. So, the slightly opened chest with a derpy tongue sticking out of it. It's ungodly to use. It takes up like half your screen. And it constantly drains your hit points while you're using it. But the perk is it increases your item discovery rate and your the amount of souls you get per kill. So actually, a interesting gambit that some people do is they'll arrange their inventory such that helmet will be at the top of the head section, and they will quickly swap to it after they kill a boss, but before the souls swoop in, because there's kind of a long animation time between when you take a boss to 0 health and when it will actually tally up your souls. So people try to do that. So this guy is here around the corner. Silver Knights do like to hide behind corners and be in blind spots that are certainly more understandable than the one that I had problems with. I mean, I don't think the one that I had problems with even was hiding. It was kind of just in plain sight, and my camera angle just didn't pick it up. So yeah, swoop that camera all over the place, and keep your wits about you here. So this door is going to be locked, and then it's kind of no point to this guy. You probably should just skip him. There's nothing over here. It's just him shooting. And if you've already gotten past him, there's kind of no reason to kill him, because, he's not going to be shooting arrows at you after you've gotten past him. Then he's kind of guarding nothing. He's just there. But of course, me and my lack of memory, how would I know? So it's just a nice little empty balcony that serves no real purpose in the grand scheme of things. So now we're going to make our way up to the roof. And the roof will give you two things. It will give you access to the area that Sigmir should be. Spoiler alert, for some reason he's not there. I think I may have failed to talk to him after dealing with his boulder situation. I eventually do go back, and he's still kind of stuck. Post-cohort, I do have a theory on what I can do to fix it, but the attempt at fixing it that I did make in this cohort failed miserably. So there'll be a nice big fast-forward session during that. But I've got one more trick up my sleeve that I plan to do in Cohort 4 when I get around to recording that. Now, for whatever reason, I was under the impression that there were 3 Silver Knights up here, not just 2. But I don't see any signs of the third one, so I must have been mistaken. This is number 2 over here. So we're going to draw him out. And so, generally the good form with these guys is to, if he does that bash, let him do his little pierce attack. I got lucky there. And then also when he's slashing, let him do 3 slashes, because he can't do anything after that third one. That's it for this video. I'll see you next video. Good luck, have fun.